Hey, howdy, hey, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Disney Night Live. What's going on?
Hello, hello.
How's
Hello,
it going?
hello. Hi, how's it going? Hello to Morgan. Hello to Mike and Becki. What's happening to everybody tuning in live? I'd like to say happy Saturday and happy Disney Night Live night. Blah, blah, blah. What's up?
Same stuff.
Same
Really.
stuff, different
Nothing.
day, right?
Yeah.
Nothing different.
Except for it's
Everybody's-
cold today, just like every other day.
Yeah.
Right.
true.
Although today was a little
Definitely
warmer
true.
for us.
Yeah, it
In
was
this
for us
area.
too.
34 or 37 is like a warm spell right now. It's like
Yeah, exactly.
ridiculous.
It's been better than what we've had. I'll
Mhm.
say that. So I'm just trying to get everything up and running here. So guess what? It's not working again. Our stream is
Oh.
not streaming. So I shared it out from YouTube. But anyway, we're live. And hello to Lily in Michigan. Hello to Don and Marie on the go. We were just chatting with Don and Marie right before we went live. They were chilling out. I'm going to refresh the screen over here.
Like I said,
And,
hello to humans. Did he know my cat wasn't in the room? Like,
yeah.
kicked her out. She's watching me.
Hey, they count as well.
Yeah.
All right, we're streaming to Instagram as at least we're streaming there, and I can watch us over in YouTube if that works. I guess. I don't know. Why is it not working here in my group? Let's see if this works. I'm trying to share the live stream from YouTube, and it doesn't seem to be doing it.
Doesn't want to cooperate.
Nothing wants to cooperate. Oh, I see how it works.
All the technical difficulties. Because I'm looking for it too now. Like, okay, maybe you can help me get it shared.
Yeah, it's really sad. It says connect streaming software to go live, and I am connected. Streaming software. Hey, I hear me.
I found you on my phone.
Cool. Save changes. I don't know. We're definitely not streaming there. But anyway, we're gonna do this thing called the show. Disney Night Live. It's been a couple of weeks because we took the weekend off last weekend because Kim and I were celebrating our anniversary. So we went out to dinner with the boy and had a nice night. So sorry we were off. But yeah, Kim says I'm here on YouTube. Cool. I know. I see a lot of people on YouTube, which is awesome. I really appreciate everyone.
I copied the link. I'm going to post it in the group now.
Thank you. Thank you. 65 here in Beverly Hills, Florida. Yuck. Who wants 65 when you can have what we've had here, which is cold and windy, right?
Right.
Miserable.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to get up to the 50s though, and then it'll drop back down as soon as right around next week, I guess. At some point, it's supposed to drop back.
I got my bathing suit ready, Mike. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I got the lotion.
That's pool weather for you guys, right?
Cool. I'll be outside in the front lawn. If you drive by, I'll be the one running through the sprinkler.
Gotcha.
I'm not even close to that. I'll never run through the sprinkler. Never.
At this point, I would take that weather.
Not even in my backyard with a fence.
This is a bummer right here. I'm going to refresh again because that's what StreamYard said to do. So, so we were off last weekend. We're back. We're better than ever. If you want to believe that, I don't know who I'm fooling, but we got a fun show tonight. I say that. I think I say that every weekend we're live, but I always think the shows
That's
are
because
fun.
it is a fun show.
It's fun, right?
Every
So,
weekend.
All right, good. I'm not
Unless we're
just
talking
lying.
about
Then.
stuff we hate, how is it not a good show?
Right.
This is true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
When we do have our dislike shows, I kind of like to go off a little.
But still fun.
Yeah.
It is. It's definitely fun.
Right. Yep. That's true. You post. We're gonna talk. Becki and Mike and their family have an upcoming trip to Walt Disney World. We're gonna talk about just we're gonna ask them a bunch of questions about their upcoming plans, and get a little maybe little bit jealous from knowing
live vicariously through it.
want to live vicariously through y'all.
That's what everybody does when their friends go and they can't go. They're like, I'm just going to live vicariously through your photos and your posts, and
your
then
live
book my
streams
own.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Yeah. So, Lily says it's fun every week. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. So we're going to talk about that soon. We definitely need to say something about our friends who are over at D Magic World, our sponsor, our one and only sponsor. If you're looking to sponsor us, reach out. I would love it. But dmagicworld.com, 24/7 streaming Disney music magic station, streaming 2 different stations, park music and Disney movie music. So if you want to listen to park attraction music, park parades, queues, ride queues, that kind of stuff, then there's that station. If you want to listen to just strictly Disney music, then there's a station for that as well. You can also play DJ at D Magic World. You can send them a request and tell them what you want to hear, and they'll be sure to get that on. And also be sure to go over and toggle onto that Now That's Disney tab up at the top that takes you right to our Facebook group. If you're not already a member, you can join there. But please stop by and say hi to the people over at dmagicworld.com. So that's it. What's Don saying in the comments? Let's go. He says, so who's the planner between the two of you guys? I already know the answer. Yes.
Definitely me. Mike's like, I'll pack the night before and just get me on the plane. All I have to make sure is that he has his license, because that's been a problem in the past. So
yes.
Really? Forgetting his license?
Yeah, we went all the way to Philly and Mike forgot his license. So
here's my question though. Who does the packing for him?
He packs his clothes. I just tell him
I'll pack my own clothes.
Yeah, I tell him like we need 4 outfits. You need this. Don't forget that. But he does it himself.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. You should teach a class, because I don't know any guy that packs for okay. I know now 2 guys that pack for the vacation themselves. My own boyfriend, I have to pack for him.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it would be nice if I knew somebody that knew all,
Yeah, it's called Just Don't Do It, and they have to, because otherwise they go with nothing.
Right. Yeah.
Be like, well, sorry, you knew you had a trip coming up, and you were supposed to pack for it.
Then you're Ubering to the store to buy everything all over again.
Don packs his own clothes.
My boyfriend forgot his sneakers when we went to Universal last July or August. Yeah, we went to the Nike store real quick. Luckily, plenty of outlets in Orlando. So,
right.
Yeah.
I did have a mishap some years ago, and I think we've definitely touched on it here. But we were going through security at Newark EWR Airport in New Jersey here, and I left my backpack on the security rollers after it came out, and gathered everything up, and that was the backpack that had all my diabetes medicine in it for everything, and I didn't have any other one. So I usually carry like something that has a couple days in it and then the rest of it, and
that's what they tell you should do is have a backpack with your essentials, because if your luggage is lost, at least you have your medication and your major things, and that's the one you lost.
The one that, because I'm so anal and OCD, and I'm like, there's no way I'm forgetting my backpack, and it's the one that has all my medicine in it, and I'm like, no, I'm golden. I never forget anything. And man, we landed in Orlando, and I'm like, my backpack's missing, and I started having a small little cardiac arrest, and it was back in Newark.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Did you get it back?
I did. I reached out. They actually I reached out. JetBlue had it on a flight later on that day, and at the Polynesian by 10 p.m. that night.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. It was great on their part, and much appreciated. So yeah, but
driver's license thing. I can't believe I forgot that, because it's the one thing I never leave the house without.
Right.
of course, we pack everything and we leave and we get down to Philadelphia, which is probably an hour and a half to 2 hours from here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
thankfully,
she says, where's your license? And I'm like, I don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it must be in my backpack. So I'm like, I'm ripping stuff apart. I'm like, I know I brought it. There's no way I forgot it. So couldn't find it. So that was a 4-hour round trip to get my wallet quick that night. So
thankfully, though, the reason we don't do Philly often, occasionally we will go down there. Usually we go to our smaller airport up here, but when we do Philly, we always go the night before our trip and stay overnight, and then use their hotel parking lot as our parking pass for our car. So thankfully, we were there for our trip the night before, so he could actually have gone home.
Oh God, that would have been a disaster.
Oh yeah, especially since we always take like a 6 a.m. flight. It would have been. I mean,
you're talking about 3 hours to go home and then back, but at least you didn't have like a flight in 2 hours, and you're like,
And they had an accident on the turnpike.
Yeah.
So we had to go all the way around through like Bali and
it was a mess.
All the way out to Route 100. It was just like this big long loop instead of like one straight shot. So it was kind of a disaster, but at least my son went with me and kept me company.
You'd have to do it by yourself, right?
In my misery. So
yeah.
David, do you have a checklist when you pack? Like, do you have one? I have one that I literally laminated, and like it's the one I use like every year.
I write the Bible. It's like the pack Bible.
No, you know what? I never thought of that, because that's genius. I write it out every darn time and then have to do it again. And I'm like, why am I? Now that you said it, I
actually have it in a folder and everything.
You may have to revise it once in a while. But that list.
I have a list of people that one day I'm going to get payback on, laminated, but I don't have my checklist for packing. No, I mean, you can make a list. Yeah, a hit list. You can do it on your phone or whatever, like your device, and then change it. But no, I never thought about that. I'm always, and I think Kim does the same thing. She'll write a list and then crosses things off, and then there's the last minute items, right? That you get right before you leave the house. But no, genius idea.
I have a bunch of journals, and I physically write my list, but I don't throw that list away. So I pull it for the next trip and copy it, because I have to actually do the crossing out. So the laminated wouldn't work for me.
Right.
Oh no, it does, because I just use a white.
You could do
like a whiteboard thing and wipe it off.
Yeah.
So I cross it, and then I.
Right.
Oh, that does the whole thing.
Oh.
You got excited about the list.
Sorry.
Put headphones on that list.
I'm all excited.
That's it. No more coffee.
Wait a second. Who had a whole bag of chocolate before the show?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, but Mike did.
And 2 cups of coffee.
Right.
I'm drinking tea. I guess it's like I'm wild tonight. I don't know what to tell you.
It's Red Bull. Your tea has been spiked with Red Bull.
But I mark it off with my whiteboard marker, and then I use it again. So
another great idea. Smart. Yeah, I love when I hear people who are more anal than I am. It makes me feel better about myself.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad.
She can get pretty crazy.
Yeah. I can too.
Well, I always look at it like this, because I normally drive. So, luckily, if I forget something, I can drive to the closest CVS or Target or Publix or whatever. But the closest ones of those to property are more expensive for whatever it is that you forgot. So that's why I have a long list, because I know I've got it in my house, and I'm not going to pay that extra however much markup they do because they're in the tourist area.
Right.
I'm pulling out my list 2 to 3 weeks before the trip, and I'm reading over it, and because he's always I'm like, should I start packing now? And he's like, what? It's 2 weeks from now. And I'm like, if I start packing little things here and there, I won't be rushing around last minute. And if I need, and I'm doing my Walmart runs, and I'm doing my this run and that run.
I'll pack on Friday and we leave on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or I'll pack Saturday mid-afternoon.
Yeah. It drives me crazy. I can't handle that. It makes me have anxiety for him.
Yeah.
Well, So right now it's cold where we're at, right? And by you guys too. So there's things that you could start packing now that you're not going to be using at home, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're going outside in 20-degree weather in shorts. But
right.
there's the things I have to put in like the night before, like underwear.
Yeah.
So, I'm washing whatever clothes during the week and then making sure I have stuff like that or whatever, or my favorite items that I may have worn. And then I also want to take it, but, I definitely start packing in advance. And I know Kim's maybe 3 weeks to a month out with starting to toiletries and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's what I do too. I'm a couple weeks out. Just like you, Becki, like I'm thinking like, okay, do I need to make that Walmart run because like I pack Band-Aids. Like I have a first aid kit that I pack and I'm like, okay, do I have enough Band-Aids? Like you need that you need that last minute Walmart run. No matter how much you plan, everything needs that last minute Walmart run.
I'm also one that I make lists before I leave Disney because like it's our last day or whatever, or while I'm at Disney, we have an owner's locker because of being DVC. We have the owner's locker. So we have our bin down there and there's like times where we'll go through something, and I'm like, oh, I can't forget next time I have to bring down more soap, or I have to bring down more Epsom salt, or I have to bring down more Gas X pills or something. Yeah. So I make a list on my phone, Disney needs, and it's like stuff before I even leave Disney.
Because we have to replenish the meds that we use store.
Yeah.
So that list is coming out too, a couple weeks before I go to make sure I got everything that I
or
still
medical
need.
tape or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Now for anybody listening that doesn't know what an owner's locker is, can you explain what an owner's locker is?
Sure.
So owner's locker is a company. That's the name of the company that you rent. There's two different ways to pay. You can pay yearly or you can pay monthly. Basically, you get these purple bins they're large bins with lids and they get locked. And you can store anything you want in those bins. Literally anything. People store their
small children for the next trip.
Right. Yeah.
Save money.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Right.
They store like little, what are those, like singular burners for like making something, food wise.
They take up a lot.
Like a little hot
coffee makers, like little Keurigs.
Or like a small French press. Or
for us,
like
we do plates, a lot of we keep all of our big stuff. So like I have big shampoos and big sunscreens and soaps and Epsom salt and all my my bathing suit stuff, things that I don't need up here all year long. I leave in that bin. It's overflowing at the moment. We had to literally do the age-old sit on it before we could get the thing to shut this time.
They give you 4 zip ties to put on the corners of them.
So it's sealed.
Yeah.
But we would get them started and then you kind of have to walk your way around it and make them a little tighter and a little tighter because it would just have to cinch itself down all the way. So and our owner's locker is bulging at the seams.
Oh yeah, I mean I have one of those muscle things that those jackhammers for your muscles and I have so much in the bottom
there. Of your feet.
Oh yeah, it's great after a long day in the park.
10 miles at Magic in a day. It's
but it's come in handy so many times because I don't have to pack as much. So that's really great. All of our pharmacy stuff usually is there and it's just once in a while I have to bring stuff to replace it. So instead of having to bring luggage every single time, I don't have to do that. And
that's
then they
the heavy
store
stuff
it for
too.
you.
Right.
Yes, exactly. So they
this
store
company
it for you all year round.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right. Yeah. So this company will, if you already have it packed, they drop it off for you. Right. And
so you put it's on an app. You go on, you schedule your trip. It'll ask you what day your trip is and what resort you're staying at and what day you're leaving and what day it's getting picked up at. Because for example, this time we're doing a split stay. So we have it'll be dropped off at Animal Kingdom Lodge, but it's going to be picked up at Saratoga Springs. So you just put, those, and they literally drop it off at Bell Services. And when you get in with your plane arrival, you just it's at Bell Services waiting for you. And then again, when you check out, say you have a later flight and you're doing something around the parks or you're doing something at Disney Springs or whatever, you take it down to Bell Services, they hold on to it and they'll pick it up right at Bell Services. So you don't have to do anything with it. And it's there. It's in a, it's in a,
super convenient.
Like one of the, tool, it's like a weather controlled, humidity controlled environment, where it's in a bin and it's cute because when it gets to their warehouse, you get a text or you get a reminder. It says and you name your boxes too, which is really cute. So like if you name your box, whatever it is, and then it'll say the name of your box and it says has arrived at our station or the name of your box has arrived at Disney Animal Kingdom Lodge or whatever. It's really cool. So it's a really great service.
There's stuff if you're an owner, if you have DVC, you're not going to bring back. I mean, even if it's like a cheap poncho, right?
Right.
Yeah,
exactly. It does rain in Florida, and a cheap poncho is like, what are they, $2 at Walmart or something like that?
Yeah.
It's just like throwaways.
Yeah.
Even if you don't use it, you're probably not going to bring it back. You're just going to toss it, throw a new one in there next year or the year after, depending how often you go. Well, with having the owner's locker, you can buy
better quality ones and keep them there.
Right. Better items, and you can just put it in your owner's locker, and you never have to transport it back and forth.
Right.
From Disney back home. So
I mean, I keep our magic bands in there, all my ears, like everything that I don't want to have to keep bringing back and forth every single time.
We even have like deodorant in it.
Yep.
Which doesn't last for years and years, but
razors, all sorts of stuff. It's a really good, and it's not expensive. So for one box, it's $125 a year, or if you do it monthly, it's $12.50 a month. It just comes out of your checking account automatically. And then for each box, if I'm not mistaken, I think if you add extra boxes, there's like a slight discount of each box, so it's not quite, it wouldn't be like 25 for 2 boxes. I think it's a little bit cheaper for 2 boxes per month or something like that, but it's a great service.
Yeah.
And it's definitely doesn't fluctuate a lot throughout the year. You could probably put shorts and clothes in it and just leave it there. You know what I mean? Then really all you have to do is grab a small backpack with your essentials, like your medications or whatever, maybe a med kit.
I definitely recommend it for people
from the airport, and that's it.
I definitely recommend it for people who go more than one time a year. It's 1,000% worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It sounds great. It's a good tip for people. Right. Right. Because we're packing everything and the bags are so heavy. We're just making 50 pounds. Yeah, and you're right, exactly. Or we could bring one less bag.
Right.
And then it pays for your owner's locker.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you have to pay for it on the way down and on the way back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So.
Yep. Definitely.
And if you don't fly the same flight, I did this once. I flew down to Orlando on Spirit or one of the cheap ones, and flew back on the other cheap one, and now they've merged. One was 50 pound, like flying down was a 60-pound limit, flying back home was a 50-pound limit, and I didn't know.
Oh no! And you always come back with more than you can.
Now you're coming back with all your souvenirs, and your suitcase went from 50 pounds, your check bag went from 50 pounds to 80 pounds. And now you're like, whoops.
Luckily, I was with friends that were driving because they're from Florida, so they, drove down. And I'm like, here, take this, take my shampoo.
You got to put this in your bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday. Here's some shampoo.
Right. Let's talk about. So I think you guys mentioned that you're staying at. Is it Saratoga, or are you doing split stay during the trip?
Split
stay. We're going in to Animal Kingdom Lodge for the first 5 nights, and then the last 2 nights we're at Saratoga Springs.
Nice.
You're doing Kidani Village at Animal Kingdom Lodge, or just Animal Kingdom Lodge?
We're in Jumbo House.
Jumbo House. Okay. I like Jumbo House.
I like Jumbo House.
Yeah.
Personally, I like the lobby of Jumbo House a lot better than Kidani, but I do like Kidani's pool better. I think it's just quiet. It's quaint and quiet and not too much hustle and bustle there. They have a really good pool bar. It's really nice.
Well, Jumbo House is the biggest pool on property,
right.
So
yeah,
which one is?
We stayed at Jumbo
House.
Jumbo House.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a
the pool is
big
big.
Pool.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
What?
But I think the halls on Kidani, that's when have a room that's far away. It's a long walk. So
yeah.
If I had a room all the way on the end, I'd want like a Segway to get to it.
Yeah.
We stayed in Jumbo.
I'd pay somebody to carry me on their back.
It was a decent hike, but I don't think a lot of people understand that. So they hear Animal Kingdom and they get Animal Kingdom Park confused with Animal Kingdom Lodge, and then they don't understand the difference between Jumbo House and Kidani and then Animal Kingdom Lodge. So Jumbo is its own section, and then Kidani is its own separate
building. It's a whole other building.
Right, building that you can take a van shuttle, right? They'll drive you back and forth.
It's like a 10-minute walk in between, too. If you wanted to walk it, you could.
And then where's Animal? Go ahead.
I always think Jumbo House is the big one. That's where the majority of people are going to go.
Yep.
Kidani Village is obviously a small one, and I feel like that is going to be more the DVC. The people that are renting or owning DVC are going to stay there.
Well, Kidani is a DVC.
Yeah.
But majority, that is what a DVC building. So you can stay at Jumbo, obviously. Like, in fact, our deed is through Jumbo. It's actually not even through Kidani for our DVC. But there's less rooms in Jumbo for DVC members than there is in Kidani. That whole building is DVC.
And then Animal Kingdom Lodge is...
So Animal Kingdom Lodge is the entire in an entirety. So like if you're paying rack rate, you're going as somebody who's non-DVC and you're just going to stay Animal Kingdom Lodge, you're going to get, you're probably going to get Jumbo House first, but there are other options. Like if you want a Savannah room, your chances of getting a Savannah room are most likely going to be in Kidani because they have a bigger, Savannah area.
If I was at Kidani, I would just go down to Sanaa every day and just eat bread service and never go to the park.
We never even went to Kidani when we stayed there at Jumbo. I never even dined at any of their key restaurants. We ate at the quick service several times.
Yeah.
Right.
Excellent.
We ate our fair share of zebra domes, but we had dining, in different places and that. But so,
The only restaurant I haven't done in all of Animal Kingdom Lodge is is it Boma that's the buffet?
Boma's the buffet.
Okay, so
the one across the hall I have not done.
Yeah, I haven't done that one, that's what Jico, I think.
Jico.
Yeah.
The melting pot or the cooking place or something.
That's the only one I haven't done, and I just did the quick service there, and when I was there in December. Because me and my mom went to go see the gingerbread display at Animal Kingdom, which I didn't know they even did it till we went, the giraffe and everything.
Yeah, that's cool.
I never even knew about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know either. Like, I knew about Grand Floridian and Boardwalk and Contemporary, those. But when I was doing research, evidently for the past 5 years, they've been doing a gingerbread display at Animal Kingdom Lodge and Jumbo House, too.
This is also new news.
I didn't.
They're like animal shaped. They're
cool.
Kind of like the topiaries at Epcot. How they do it. They do that with the
but it's all
gingerbread,
edible.
Yeah.
So if this year it was the giraffe, which that's what it's always been, but they now have a zebra and they added a flamingo.
Cute.
So
I saw the pictures of those. They were cute.
It was so cute.
I didn't see it.
You didn't?
We ate at the Mara a couple times and we enjoyed it because their selection's different than the typical quick service in a resort, Disney resort.
Have you guys either had Victoria Falls at all?
No.
There's it's like a bar upstairs, and it has quick meals you can buy. Some of the stuff they say is really good. I haven't ate there either, but.
That overlooks the restaurant in Jumbo House, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we walked past it, but it was during the day. It was closed. It's like a little bridge type area walkway.
Yeah.
Yep.
At first, it looks confusing though, because you're like, "Wait, what floor is that on? How do I get there?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a guy get on the elevator because we went all the way down to go to the Mara, to go to the quick service, and this guy was like, "Where am I going? I'm trying to get to the bar. How do I get to the bar?"
Just want a drink.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue. So tell us about your plan. So you're staying at 2 different resorts. You got a split stay, but what's your game plan? Your plan of attack here? How many park days do you get the hopper?
We've changed our plans actually a little
Again.
bit. Yeah.
You've been talking to Kim?
Well, it's just like, sometimes life happens, and you just kind of have to adjust to that a little bit. But we are taking so this time we're going, it's my husband, myself, and then my son Rowan, who that's what we always that's the 3 of us. We're like all kind of go. And then we had recently got custody of my nephew. So we've been, he's been with us for about 6 months. So this is his first trip. So we're excited for him to see all these things. And he's just super, super excited for this. So he's going.
My first time pin,
Yeah. And then we're also taking my older son, Aiden, and his fiance. So we have 2
been
rooms.
On the show.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they've both been on.
They all have, actually.
Yeah.
But we have 2 separate rooms in Animal Kingdom for them. When we move, like I said, we're staying there for 5 nights. On the last 2 days, we're staying at Saratoga Springs. My son and his fiance, they weren't originally going to stay the extra 2 days, and then they decided they were going to, but it was too late for us to get them a room. So they are actually they're going to go to All-Star Movies. So they're going to stay there. But it's still, it's fun. I like that little resort's cute. So they're going to have fun.
Yeah, super cool at All-Star.
Oh yeah.
So
I like it.
We originally were going to do 5 days, and then we talked about it. My nephew has special he needs special food, medical food. And he also has formula, and it's not just like a little bit of formula, it's a bunch of formula. And I was very scared about taking it on the plane because I'm like, yep, we're going to get the bomb squad for sure. There's no way with that amount of formula. I'd have to think about like little baby cans that you normally take, formula. I have to take 7 of those. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. So my cousin actually lives in Florida. She's a cast member. I hit her up and I asked her, I said, we always like to see them anyway. And I was like, if if I could see you, would I be able to ship his stuff to you and you could take it to me? So she's like, yeah. So the first day we decided we're going to meet with them. And we get, now that the new arrival date, you're allowed to go to the water parks.
Right. Yeah.
So Aiden and his girlfriend are going to take my son and my nephew to the water park and take advantage of that the first day. Yeah. Mike and I are going to stay back and hang out with my cousin and her husband. They're going to take us to the store to get groceries, so we don't have to Instacart. We normally Instacart on the first day and bring food in, to be able to cook or whatever. But there's special food I have to get my nephew at. I don't trust in case the Instacart didn't get the right stuff. Yeah. So they're going to take us to the store. Then we're going to do dinner with them. And depending if we have enough time, we'll go to Disney Springs later in the evening if we, so feel. Our first day is usually pretty chill. We just kind of relax at the resort, go to Disney Springs.
Plane comes in, we go get Gideon's if we can.
I somehow knew that was going to be
in there somewhere, David.
Going to be
part
in
of
there
the
somewhere.
plan.
It's definitely part of the plan.
Yeah,
I'm mission focused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
For Gideon's mission focused.
Right. Mike
has he's obsessed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a checklist of the things that I will do before we leave.
Gideon's.
Yeah, that's the checklist. Just one thing on that list.
Cookies, and then it's the parks and ice cream, and usually Casey.
If you go to the other location for Gideon's, you don't have to wait in line as long.
That's what I heard.
I heard that.
What location?
It's in
the original
Orlando
location.
Itself.
It's on another part of Orlando.
Right.
Yeah, I have to leave the bubble for that. I'm not going to do that.
Well,
he's spoiled.
I am very
funny. I won't wait in that line for Gideon's personally. Like I've had.
I never have had it.
Well,
what?
He doesn't go to Disney Springs.
Oh yeah,
we
that's
don't.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
we're weirdos.
I had a funny.
I'll have to ship you some.
Oh God, yeah, you gotta ship him some. Well, I have a cousin who lives in Orlando, and him and his wife, we always try to meet them just like you meet your cousin. Like, they're not cast members though; they just live there. So we usually meet them like away from Disney, so they don't have to deal with the traffic. So we meet them at dinner, and I walk up to the table, and there's a Gideon's box. Is that for me? And she's like, yeah, like, and she was at the other location. She's like, it was like 5 minutes. I was in and out.
Oh,
and man. I'm like holding on to this, and I'm like looking at my mom, like, you cannot have any of this. Like, I'm not sharing. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's the original Gideon's location, and so that's something I think a lot of people don't know. But again, people like Mike and myself, we don't want to leave the bubble. Like, if somebody at work is like, "Oh, you're going to Disney," well, what else are you going to do? I'm like, I feel like I'm. Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
There isn't anything else.
There is nothing else to do.
Going to Disney.
I mean, I realize that there's a lot more going on in Florida than just Disney. There's a lot of other restaurants, but I don't care. It doesn't matter to me either.
Right.
I'm not there to go to all these other restaurants to go experience new things.
Nah.
I'm not there for that. I'm there to go to Disney. I'm not going to go see the Beatles.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm in the bubble. I'm taking one of the forms of transportation on Disney property until I have to return home, and I'm not leaving the area.
Yep.
Exactly.
I
Why
have
would you?
bubble vacations and non-bubble vacations.
Bubble and non-bubble. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do non-bubble in Pennsylvania. I mean, it's lame, but I'm not going to do non-bubble.
I do that every day of my life. I go to, I have my own bubble. I live at home. I go to work. I come back home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I work from home. So my house is my bubble.
Your house is your bubble.
My house is my bubble.
Yeah.
So
I like
rarely
to be in
leave
that
my
bubble.
house either. So
yeah.
Why would you want to?
Seriously.
There's internet.
Then you have to people.
Yeah. There's non-Disney people outside the house. Did you guys know that?
Very true.
Yeah.
And that's the difference too of being at Disney. And there's like thousands of people around you, and you're like, I don't generally like people, but I'll deal with these people.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the nicest person ever at Disney.
Yeah.
But walking around the grocery store here, I'm like, get out of my face. I just
exactly.
Food and
This is not the Disney bubble.
Yeah.
So we the first day, like I said, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. Follow the plans as much as we can there. And then the second day is our Magic Kingdom day. So we're doing Magic Kingdom. I did not schedule any restaurants that day, like any reservations for a restaurant on Magic Kingdom.
So you're not locked in.
Right. If we choose one, we can choose one. Maybe if we can get something, but we're kind of like, so to explain a little bit, we decided we weren't going to do 5 days at the parks. We're only going to do one. Yeah. We're doing 4 days. So we're going to do 4 full days, not park hoppers. So Magic Kingdom is such a big park that's the one park that we're going to try to rope drop and to like basically fireworks. Yep. And then I'm also going to buy the lightning lane for that particular that day, but not the other ones, but that one in specific, because it has so many different rides, and I really want to do as many as we can. So that's the only day we're going to do the lightning lane. Yeah. But then like I said, we're just going to snack and maybe eat Casey's or something. I don't know. Yeah. But have no specific plans for Magic really, other than that. And then
Casey's is the only food on the list on for the must do in Magic Kingdom.
For Mike's
what
list.
Is? I'm sorry.
No.
I would say, how long is the food list for Magic Kingdom?
Oh, I don't know.
As soon as I get there, Mickey bars start at 9 a.m. and I eat 1 hour until I leave.
I like to snack. I try to get cheeseburger egg rolls in there.
Cheeseburger egg rolls have to be
yeah.
Cheeseburger egg rolls have to be
a Mickey pretzel
on the short list for sure.
Definite Mickey
Dole
pretzel.
Whips. So we usually snack so much that sometimes we don't even when we do have the reservations, we're like, oh my god, how am I going to get this food in? Because we've snacked so much. So I decided not to do that, and why waste the money,
Right.
But,
and like you said, you could always do if you wanted to sit down, you could do a quick service, or you could do one of those the waiting list.
Yeah.
Right. Or check on the app and
yeah.
cheeseburger egg rolls for the win.
See what's available.
There's enough. I feel like as long as you don't go during that like peak lunchtime, any quick service you pick, there's enough seating that you can still sit, soak up the AC if it's a hot day, relax, have that breather.
Yeah.
And, not spend the extra money because you paid for the sit down and not the quick service.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be in the high 70s, so I say grab a Mickey bar, keep moving.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, you got to do the cheeseburger egg roll.
Grab the churros, keep moving.
Yeah,
you got to try those. They're so good.
What's that?
And whatever
cheeseburger egg rolls.
And whatever the other flavor is, because they always have two different. There's
pizza.
A cheeseburger.
Pizza one.
It's pizza.
I've also had buffalo chicken.
And they've had pastrami too.
Pastrami one they had too.
Pastrami.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
buffalo chicken's my thing.
We've had the prime rib.
I'll keep my fingers crossed. They have buffalo chicken for you.
Don just asked if you've ever had the prime rib at Steakhouse 71.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
It's very good.
It's very good.
Yeah, I think I've had it twice there. It's really good.
I think I have two. Two or three.
I did not have a good experience at Steakhouse 71, but they did. They enjoyed it. It just so happened to be that mine just wasn't done. I had gotten I don't even remember. It was some sort of grilled cheese or something. And I asked for no onions. Then it came with onions, and then they took it back.
They put onions on grilled cheese.
Yeah, and then they gave me, I forget exactly what happened, but they ended up having to take it back 3 times, and they ended up just giving it to me for free because I was like, this is
the second time it would be.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't understand what the problem is here. It's a grilled cheese. I'm not asking for a lot, but
let me come back in the kitchen and show you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I had the French. I had the French onion soup. That was delicious.
Yeah.
And the kids, Rowan, I forget what Rowan had. He might have had prime rib too. I'm not sure, but
he did.
They enjoyed it. But
yeah.
So we
his was more rare than mine. Remember we switched.
Yeah,
them?
that's right.
Because he's like, Dad, mine's bleeding. I'm like, here, mine's not. I'll take that one.
Please.
Yeah.
That's how I want mine anyway. And this one's how you want yours. So I still want mine still living. It's still moving. So
right.
So then after
it's like
60 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side, and then on the plate. That's it.
So you want
then I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I was going to move on, but if you guys are still talking about
go ahead.
Okay. The next day we have Hollywood Studios. And that day we do have reservations because I wanted to get one last Mama Melrose in before they are gone. So we got Mama Melrose, and we are going to do the Fantasmic package. Every year, though, I'm going to be 100% honest. Every year I say, why do we do this package? Because you spend more money for your meal so that you can have this package. Like it would be cheaper. I think it's like $45 or $49 a person or $50 a person extra for the VIP passes for Fantasmic. And I don't think there's really a bad seat in Fantasmic, really. And I always say that, like, oh man, why do I pay this extra for this when I know? But I always go back to the package because I don't like standing in that line.
Yeah.
Right.
And waiting. And it just gives me anxiety thinking about it. So I just always buy the package. But I'd like my son and his fiance to see it because they haven't seen it. So we did do that. Now they're not doing Mama Melrose. They're doing the sci-fi because they've never done that.
I love sci-fi.
Yeah.
So yeah. But I don't have anything specific. Like I said, I'm not getting a lightning lane for that day. So we're just going to kind of fly by the seat of our pants on that one. And
you try to do Muppets one last time.
I mean, if they want to, I'm not. People who's watched the shows knows I don't like the Muppets.
Oh, okay.
I don't like anything about the Muppets. But Mike does.
Yeah, the show's funny. I mean, I'm not the biggest Muppets fan, but I still find it like, it's still humorous. But
maybe. I mean, if it has a short line, maybe we will do it.
Yeah.
Or if we're looking to fill in something somewhere, we could throw it in there. But we're big Galaxy's Edge people, so we'll go looking at that and snack it. Get some Ronto wraps. That's on the list for sure.
Yes, Please. Yeah.
But
I'm gonna come back 20 pounds heavier. It's 100% guarantee.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They have a green. Kim got this drink one time there. Was it Docking Bay 7? It's like it reminds me of when High C came out with the Ecto Cooler.
Oh.
Okay.
Flavor. Yeah.
Don't tell me it's the green milk stuff.
No, that's not.
No, it's not milk. It's like a juice.
Okay. I was gonna say
I'm trying to
because the
remember
milk
what
stuff
else.
tastes like milk with Febreze sprayed into it.
It's not
gross.
good.
It's not real
disgusting.
milk.
It's the worst thing ever.
No, it's not
it's not
even
real
milk.
milk.
It's
Isn't it almond milk or
it's
something?
like an almond milk or a non dairy milk.
Yeah.
Oh, is it oat milk? Maybe
It's one of the
it's one of those.
I don't know. It's
non
gross.
dairies. Yeah, both of them. I mean, Kim
Yeah,
got
neither
one day.
them.
She wanted to try it, and she got it with vodka and or whatever was in it, rum or something. But rum or not, it's like it's like perfumed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
It's not my deal.
I've never heard anybody say anything good about it, so I've yet to try it. Figure I'll save my taste buds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You would think
don't
that
waste
they
your
would.
money.
You would think that they would change the recipe up.
Change that recipe.
Maybe
Because I think a lot of people try it because it's like, the infamous blue milk. I want to try it. I want to try it. And if it's terrible and it's all over the internet that it's terrible, people are going to be like, well, I'm not going to try it then. But if they change the recipe and it goes viral that it was good now, they would have something that could definitely sell for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And people will wait in line.
But would they announce that they changed it, or would they just change it and hope that people figure it out?
To say we made a change.
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
I tried it once. Never again. So
what's after Hollywood Studios? What park is that?
So we try to do park, no park, park, or park, no park. Like we try to have a break in there somewhere along the lines, like a full day or so we that's the next day is our rest day. So we're just gonna swim that day and just take our time relaxing. That's our Disney Springs day as well. So we will go to Disney Springs in the evening. We do have reservations at T-Rex. Was not my wasn't what my I wanted. I like T-Rex. We've been to T-Rex 100 times though, because we have boys and so it's like it's nothing new. It's not like it's a thing that I'm like I'm dying to go to. But this time, obviously, I could have said to Rowan, we're not doing T-Rex, we're doing something else, and he would have been fine.
Boathouse.
Right. But my nephew never been there, and he's 11, and so I said, I said, is there any ones that you want to do? And he's like, I want to do that dinosaur one. I was like, okay.
You're sure.
I've only eaten there 1,000 times since we've been going to Disney.
I can tell you the menu.
So we're doing the dinosaur one.
Yeah,
but
it's just mahi tacos over at Boathouse. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Can't compare to T-Rex though.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can't compare Boathouse.
No.
It's
I do have to say though that I haven't done T-Rex in a while, but I recently did Rainforest because I had a couple kids that I was dining with, and they've updated their menu since the last time I went there. I mean, obviously you guys were going a lot more than I was, but I have to say I was like, okay, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm actually enjoying what I'm eating. I'm glad
that in Animal Kingdom.
It's the same menu, I believe, between the
they just call it something different.
Yeah.
Right.
We always get the Brontosaurus burger, and we share it because it's massive. It's a huge burger, and so we always share that, and then share the fries, and it's
a big dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you have the Landry's card.
What's that?
Yeah.
We do have the Landry's card.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. No, but the one in Animal Kingdom has a better quality food. Go ahead, Mike.
We went down, just the two of us in July, and we had, was it
the Landry's card?
Yeah, but didn't we end up with something free out of that?
Well, yeah, because it was our first time using it.
Okay.
So when you buy the Landry's card, it's $25 to buy, but you get $25 off your first meal, so it's pretty much free.
Yeah.
You're breaking
and so so we used it. And we ended up getting. I took a picture of our receipt because I was like, never again in Disney will we ever have such a small check, because we shared a meal. I got water because I don't drink and I can't have soda or anything. So I just got water, which is free. I think you got a soda and
I believe so.
We shared the burger and I got a side of fries, which we didn't even need because the fries he got with his meal were plenty enough anyway, but I got a side of fries. So it was just a burger, side of fries, and a soda. And then I had the Landry's card, and I think it cost like $14 for our meal for our whole ticket. I was like, holy, that'll never happen again at Disney.
No. I mean, I think we spent more than $14 on 2 cookies and 2 cups of coffee. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 100% sure.
You could probably get a cup of coffee, like a fancy cup of coffee, for like close to 10. So yeah.
And then whose birthday did you put on your Landry's card? Because you get $25 for your birthday.
Yes, exactly. I did mine because I'm March 25th, and I thought, well, we typically go to Disney somewhere in March, or April, and then we would have that. But I don't think I haven't looked on the card. I don't think it came on there yet, so I don't think we're going to have it for this trip, unfortunately. I know. I think it's a little too early, but it's all right. It'll be on there for another time.
Wow.
I was able to stack when I went this summer. I took my boyfriend to Yak and Yeti because he'd never been, and I love Yak and Yeti, and he loves Animal Kingdom.
So do I.
I had my $25 on my Landry card for my birthday, plus went to Rainforest twice before that, so earned another $25. So I had $50 off.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mine was probably that too. I should have taken a picture of that one too. Be like, I'm never going to pay this less.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So that's all we have planned for that day. Just kind of, like I said, relaxing and doing Disney Springs. Chill. And then the next day we do Epcot. Again, I did not do a reservation for us. I did do a reservation for my son and his fiance, though. They wanted to do a restaurant on their own. They're doing California Grill. She's really big into like Chippendale. She wants to see them. So they're doing that. We're going to snack around the world. We're actually going to I don't even know what we're going to do. I think we're just going to snack and just maybe sometimes we do a walk up at Tudo's Italia. I always say it wrong, but
so do I. I always say it.
Tudo Italia.
Yeah, but
you got Flower and Garden going on, so there's plenty of snacking.
Yeah, that'll start it, right?
Yeah. So we'll probably just snack and just kind of relax but then
I'll be on my 35th Mickey bar for the trip. So.
Right.
I'm seeing when we walk in, I'll just be smashing those. Like
I love those things, man.
So do I. I just can't get enough of them.
Terrific. Yeah.
Well,
I go 50 feet and I'm finished with one, and I'm like, "There's another cart. Another one." I'm like, "There's got to be some kid that's walking behind me, like this guy's a complete pig.
This guy's he's in an eating contest."
No,
you should vlog.
Whoa, slow down there, buddy. You know what I mean?
No, there's a kid behind you going, "I want to be him when I grow up."
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Mommy, I know what I want to be when I get older.
I want to be that guy who can eat 30 Mickey bars in a day.
See that guy?
I mean, it's an exaggeration, obviously.
No,
I usually eat at least 2 a day. So every time.
Yeah.
And then the next day is our Animal Kingdom. And we have reservations at Yak and Yeti. So we're going to eat that. That will be interesting because again, like I had said before, with my nephew having special food, he can't eat a lot of this stuff at Disney. There's 90% of the stuff at Disney he cannot have. So when we go to these restaurants, I was told on Disney tips and tricks for disabilities and stuff. I had put my question on the group. It's a very, very large group. So you do get good answers. And I had put my questions on the group about my nephew and his issues. And to just really quick background, the people, he has a thing called PKU, and people with PKU, it's literally, there's 13,500 cases in the United States currently.
Wow.
So that's how rare it is.
Wow.
So I fully, my question actually didn't even have to do with PKU necessarily. It had more of a question of, will they bother me because I'm bringing in formula into the parks? And that's where I kind of wanted to ask people the question. And when I said he has PKU, I actually got people going, I have PKU, or my son has PKU. And I was like, what? Wow. How out of 13,500 people am I getting 4 or 5 responses on Disney alone? But that's how big Disney is.
Small world.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but the one lady was like, oh, just put that he has an allergy, put other, and the chefs will call you and you let them know what it is and they'll order special food for him. And I was so excited and I got 0 calls. So I have no idea how that's going to work when we get there.
I've never had a chef call me. Like obviously I have a minor allergy compared to your nephew. I have a lactose allergy. My friend who comes to see me every time I'm there has a gluten allergy. So I'm always clicking the allergy. I've never had a chef call ahead of time. I've had them come to the table. And I would assume that's what they would do is maybe come to the table.
Yeah, right. And say, what can we
have that conversation with you.
Did you put allergy and then write gluten or
lactose? Those were options that I could pick. So
yes. So what he has, there is no options. Right. Literally, I could click every single one of them. That would be his option. He can't have peanuts. He can't have milk. He can't have dairy. He can't have gluten. He can't have literally anything. He can't have protein of any kind. So I literally clicked all of them and other, thinking that'll get their attention. Like, what? What can he have? You know what I mean?
Can't eat a single thing. I mean,
but they didn't call me.
Air?
So I don't know. This is gonna be interesting. I'm trying to, because the food that she said that they would buy is food that you can't just buy at a store.
They're not just going to have it on hand that day unless they know, right?
Right. Yeah. So there's no way they're going to really be able to cook him anything. Yak and Yeti is the one that I'm most concerned about, because there's really not a lot of things he can have there. Right. And I don't know if they're going to be okay with me bringing in food for him.
They have no choice with that.
Yeah, they will be.
Yeah. I mean, Disney does stuff like that better, I think, than anybody. So
I don't think any restaurant you're going to have an issue with once they understand that it's not that you don't want him to eat the food. He can't eat the food.
You're not bringing McDonald's in the Yak and Yeti.
Yeah. I mean,
right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I would be surprised if a chef still doesn't come out and see if there's anything that they could maybe possibly try to make him.
There's actually noodles that he can have that I thought I wonder if they would be okay with cooking his noodles. If I brought the noodles, if I said these are the only noodles he can have, would you be okay with putting some of your sauces? Because some of the sauces, as long as it's as long as I told him what he couldn't or could have on these sauces, they might be okay with putting some. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting, but I'm
interested. Call dining and tell them that you haven't gotten a call back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm interested to hear when you guys come back. What happened?
Yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting trip for sure. With that,
sure. We'll learn a whole bunch of new things that we can and can't do. So
so that's our last, but that will be our last park day. We were originally going to go to Magic Kingdom the next day for we usually like to do Magic Kingdom the first and the last day, because it's it's just a hello and a goodbye, but we decided my son and his fiance decided not to go extra trips or extra parks. So we were thinking about it and I was like, we really want to go to the boardwalk and get that mozzarella stick that's there and look at the art museum.
Definitely doing
and that. we want to walk over to the new Poly building and just kind of see what we can and what they'll let us see.
Nose poke, window shop maybe a little bit.
Yeah. You could spend a whole day doing that.
Yeah. Right. And that's it. That's what we're thinking we're going to do. Sure. So we're like, well, we can swim. We can just kind of, we want to look over Saratoga, because even though we're owners of Saratoga, we've never stayed at Saratoga, and we will be at Saratoga that day.
Right.
Yeah. That will be our first day at Saratoga. So we want to look around, relax. And then we're going to go to Bay Lake that night and watch the fireworks from the Skyway, because we love it. And that will be our goodbye to Disney Magic Kingdom for the night. And then go home, or not go home. We go back to the resort. And then the next day is our checkout day. We always do a late flight home. So every checkout day, we always put our bags at Bell Services. we keep our bathing suits. We usually go swimming for like an hour or two, and then we change. Yeah, I put all our stuff in baggies in our book bags because they're wet. But we change. We go to Disney Springs, get our last minute souvenirs and last minute things, and then when we're done, we get an Uber and go to the airport. So that's what
Gideon's. We restock our cookie supply, and then we pack that and bring that home.
No, no, we don't. But
we don't. I'm just exaggerating.
But so that's what our trip is for this trip.
I might this time. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds fun. Remember too, like Animal Kingdom is got a big part of it closed right now, right? So
yeah,
it won't take you as long to get around Animal Kingdom, but you got to make sure you see the new tiger, or try to.
Yes,
try to at least.
Yeah.
Hopefully the lines are not so long since he's been out for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can tell you when you do the boardwalk, save your $25 on that piece of cake at the cake shop.
Just
don't get it.
You can wander in the store. The store's pretty and very white and just very glitzy, but save the $25 on the one piece of cake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get a corn dog at the corn dog stand.
Or go get more Gideon's.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 or 3 mozzarella sticks.
Or what is it? The Al Forno?
Trattoria Al Forno?
Yeah. I hear that food's good. Maybe we'll get something to eat. Oh, I forgot to say we do have reservations. I forgot. That morning that we were going to go to the boardwalk, we do, and I was like frivolous. I was like really like frantically trying to find a reservation for this. It's hard. I didn't realize how hard it was, but we got one for Topolino's for breakfast.
Oh yeah, Topolino's is hard. Yeah, very.
I did Topolino's in December. You guys are gonna love it.
It wasn't hard to get for dinner. I could get any a bunch for dinner.
Yeah,
but breakfast I couldn't. It was like I actually ended up calling DVC because I could get a reservation for myself at a certain time for a table of 4, and I could get a reservation for my son and his girlfriend for a table of 2 at a different time, but I couldn't get a reservation for a table of 6. And so I was like, oh, well, I'll just get 2 different reservations. Well, guess what? You cannot do that because they know that that's what people are doing, and they block you for like 45 minutes for making the same. And if you book one, it cancels your other.
Yeah.
So I had to call, and she transferred me to dining, and the dining was like, let's make it for the 45 minutes or 40 minutes. I think it is 40 because one's at 11:10 and one's at like 11:50 or something. She's like, let's make the reservations, keep them. You go to the reservation together and say, listen, I have an extra 2 people. Is it possible? She's like, I'm telling, they'll do it. They will do it. They'll bring the extra 2 people. And I was like, okay, I'm going to tell them you said so.
Yeah, we've done that a couple of times and we've never been told no. Yeah.
They don't want to
different places.
They don't want to announce it because then everybody's going to break the rule. But like they have wiggle room with that 1 or 2 people. You came in with 5 people, they try to be like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, right.
But you
guys
like,
I made a reservation for 1. I need a table for 10.
Yeah.
That's not gonna fly.
No.
You guys are gonna love Topolino's. Make sure to walk around. Like that's another one you want to explore. Look at all the artwork all around because the artwork is amazing.
Yeah, we love Riviera. We've been to Riviera. We just never been to Topolino's.
Yeah. Oh my god, the food is delicious. I love the characters in their costumes, and they're so fun when they come to the table.
Yeah.
And hopefully your waiters will remind you, but make sure you go outside and look outside before you guys leave because you can, because it's the top floor, so they've got outside area just like California Grill at Contemporary. You can see 3, like you see Animal Kingdom, Hollywood, and Epcot. Like, hopefully it's a nice sunny day when you guys go and you have this like amazing view. But you guys are gonna love it. The food's amazing. I want to go back right now. Like, you guys are gonna love it.
Yeah,
when they first started, they I think Topolino's got really popular because, for breakfast, like people were ordering the item, but then they were like, you can order several items, right? So that kind of got like Instagram famous, and then they stopped it. So people were like, oh, I'll have the steak and eggs, and then oh, I'll also have whatever the quiche say, you know. Yeah. So they wound up stopping that, and I don't. But the overall experience, from what I heard, is great, and the characters, like
because they bring out like a little bowl of different pastries, and if you eat all those, they'll bring you more. You know, but hey, it's just like any other bread. Don't fill up on the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the meals are amazing. I think I actually had steak and eggs because I'm like, I'm getting steak and eggs. But like, it was the best steak and eggs for breakfast I've ever had. My mom, I think, got eggs Benedict or something like that, and she loved it. We did mimosas. That was the only thing that wasn't included because, you know, alcohol. But yeah, like the food was delicious. You guys are going to have so much fun at that one.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear about that one.
Yeah, me too. We'll have to have a follow-up when you guys are back.
And it's one of the cheaper breakfasts too, which a lot of people don't realize. Because you know how like Disney's got the like $1 mark, the $2 mark.
Yeah.
I think that one's at a $2 if I remember right. And most of the other character breakfasts are at that $3 mark.
Right.
So that's another great thing about Topolino's.
So David, I have a question. Being that you have been having these issues with, is it just StreamYard that's not allowing you to do any kind of lives onto Facebook, or can you do like, you know how we Mike and I would come on sometimes and do lives?
We could live, yeah.
Okay,
right through Facebook,
sure.
Yes, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
We're gonna do some live stream while we're at the parks.
Yeah, no, this is solely Facebook does not allow third-party apps like StreamYard to create events or stream into groups anymore. So you can go live directly, and now that's Disney. That's no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're still cool with that?
Oh, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
How else can we live vicariously through you guys?
Yeah. How else am I going to really be a part of the trip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Don said he wants a photo record count of every time Mike has a Mickey bar. So maybe, you know, like when he gets one, like take a picture and be like 1, 2, like, track.
You can do a little video at the end of all the photos.
Right. Like,
sure. I can put a
slideshow
together. Sure.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
I mean, is Don challenging a number?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
He's got diabetes. Don't forget, Don.
Oh, yeah. You know what?
Kill him, please.
There could be an over.
We're just going to skip over that.
But but we're not going to do it. He's just going to enjoy himself.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Full disclaimer: now that's Disney is not condoning any kind of medical emergencies,
especially diabetic
too much sugar with diabetes.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't challenge the diabetic.
No, because there's a reason we love sugar.
There's only one challenge I've ever done, and it was with the Disney Nerds podcast. We had a challenge for the longest time for the Beverly. Before they changed locations. And I think I'm 6 years strong holding the record, and that's not really a record I want to, have on the resume. But hey, I'll keep it.
Well, like how many cups that you drank?
And one.
What's the record?
I did 20.
Ooh.
At one time, like you did one and then one.
And I did it by myself, so I went live on our thing, and it was just me. So I'm holding the phone, and I said, full disclaimer, I've made 10 right here just to shoot them because it's gonna take too long if I'm like with one hand. Did all 10, and I'm like, okay, guys, I'm filling it back up, and I did 20.
Oh.
I went off live, and I went to sit down, and I was like, and I went by myself. I bought something.
Drinking the Beverly wouldn't bother me because I'm one of those weirdos that I don't think it's bad. Like I mean, I'm not saying it's phenomenal, but I don't think it's bad.
Yeah.
Like Mike, you think it's like paint thinner. You know what I mean?
It's disgusting.
The taste for me isn't bad. It's getting it down for some reason. So is it over carbonated? Is that what it is? Like
no, I don't think it's over carbonated. But if you think about it, if you've got like a 20 ounce of any soda, can you really just chug it? Like the whole thing? It's the carbonation, regardless of if it's Coke, Pepsi, Sprite, whatever.
Right.
My son, he'll put a straw or put a spoon in it and stir it for like 30 seconds to a minute just to get all the carbonation out of it. It drives him nuts.
I can't have carbonation of any kind anyway because of my stomach. No. So I can't drink soda or anything either. So, or any kind of like seltzer, water, anything like that. So I couldn't do it, but it wouldn't be the taste because I actually don't find it atrocious like most people, but I couldn't drink it anyway.
Yeah, it's not horrible. It's not a horrible flavor. It's not a flavor I want to drink every day.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible. Listen, it's not a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's funny, during the live too, I kept burping and I'm like, guys, I'm sorry, I'm burping. It's carbonation, but
that's gonna happen with all those cups.
I don't even know how to describe that flavor other than
it's very strange. It's like an
aperitif. It's supposed to be a licorice flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, if you went to a fast food restaurant and just put an ounce of every soda in there, like I'm talking iced tea, fruity, lemonade, Coke, Pepsi, but all of them, and then like maybe 2 inches of orange soda, it's kind of like that. So it's like I'm either going to get sick to my stomach, I'm going to throw up.
It's got a little twang to it.
There's no good end to it. You know what I mean? It's just going to be gross. So
see, I used to drink Tutti Fruities as a kid all the time, and a Tutti Frutti is you go down the line of the sodas and take a bit of each. And I love Tutti Fruities. So to me, suicides, yeah. For us, there were Tutti Frutti
like that.
Yeah. So maybe
Now we're adults and we have some sense in our heads.
Yeah, but see, now I'm thinking, okay, so that's Disney need a challenge. Obviously, we can't do soda. And we should not do Mickey bars because we don't want diabetics going into a coma.
Don't make it hot dogs because that's my death row meal. So
should we have some kind of challenge for, people to try to do when they go down there?
Yeah.
I'm having a beautiful challenge for my kids this time. It's I'm doing a scavenger hunt for them. So the rules are that it's the name of our internet here is the house that loves the mouse, right? That's like when you look for our thing, that's what you see. Yeah. And so I used our internet name, and the boys have to. So we're using house that loves the mouse. So there's 5. So the first park is Magic Kingdom. They have to find something that starts with the first letter HOUSE and they're all random. It's like one's a food, one's a character, one's a drink, one's a park specific name, like it has to say Magic Kingdom on it, Okay. And so they're random and they don't know what it is. And then the next day would be next day is just for Hollywood Studios. So that's that. So THAT, right? And this again, like they're all random. And then they can pretty much take their time throughout the whole week because they can't win until it's done anyway. And you have to do each part. So the last day will be interesting because that's Disney Springs. And that's the last, they got to get the last bit. And they each they flipped a coin. They each one of them got Jess and one of them got Aiden as a helper. They're not allowed to do it for them, but they can be like, well, maybe you should look over here if they can't find it. But anyway, whoever finishes the scavenger hunt by the end of the trip gets a $25 gift certificate to spend at Disney Springs. Because
wow. Nice.
We try to do something different every time with the trip and spice it up a little bit. So I thought of that. I thought that'd be kind of fun to do. And I'm super excited about that. So
I have fun doing that. And I'm an adult,
So like $25 worth of Gideons.
Yeah, you would.
But if it's a Disney gift card,
it was $60 the last time we went.
Wow, it's not hard to do.
Yeah. It's not hard to do those. $60 is easy to spend there.
Right. So, but the cookies are pretty massive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're half pound a piece.
Yeah.
So
I think 2 cookies will set you back like what, $20?
Right.
Well, they're $6 each. So yeah. And then if you get drink,
do you want cake? Do you want a drink?
Coffee.
Yes, and yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just put it in the bag.
Thank you, Lily, very much. We're happy to be back. Don says, Alcohol in a coconut. No, alcohol in a pineapple. No coconuts. I'll drink alcohol in a coconut.
Wait,
too,
the only place you can get alcohol in a pineapple is Lapu Lapu in Poly, right?
Well, you can get it you can ask for it at the pool bars there as well, and they will get a pineapple.
Like, you can't go to Epcot and get an alcohol in a drink.
No, we'll just do the challenge at the Poly.
Yeah.
We'll come up with a challenge. Maybe Mickey Bar challenge,
Yeah.
We'll see how many Mickey bars it takes before I pass out.
Yeah.
The medics have to get involved.
Oh God.
Yeah. Listen, I love it.
I can tell you the hospital at Celebration is beautiful. Not something I know by personal experience, but it is beautiful.
Good to know.
Yeah. My mom slipped and fell at her timeshare like years ago, and we ended up in the ER there. That's the only reason why I know. So it's not like I visit every year. I just happened to
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
That's not the tour. That's not a tour you want on your list.
It's not part of the bubble.
Yeah.
No, right. Trust me. Yeah. Oh my God, my son must be hitting the punching bag upstairs. I don't know if you guys could hear that. It's so loud. Well, we know you guys are going to have fun when you do go. We're excited for you. So we thank you for sharing, just some of the general plans you're going to do. And hopefully it helps people down the road if they rewatch or listen when we put this out as a podcast. And, some good tips, the owner's locker, tip. Remember your medicine in your backpack and don't leave it in security. Don't forget your driver's license.
Don't forget your Landry's card.
Yeah, don't forget your sneakers.
Don't forget comfortable shoes. That's the biggest thing, I think.
And you should be breaking your shoes in two. Yeah.
I do 2 sneakers.
I bring
at
3
least
or
2.
4 pairs. Yeah.
Because you're going to get a rainy day.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to switch on and off. I switch my sneakers every other day at Disney.
Yeah.
Then I'll bring in like some sort of sandal or a flip flop or something.
Yeah.
But
I do that usually, too. I'll switch to like a closed sandal. Not a flip flop, but like a closed sandal that goes around your heel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like a pair of Tevas or something like that.
Yeah, Keens or exactly.
Right. I'll take something like that along with me too.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
And a really good sneaker and then switch on and off.
I know we've touched on it before here, but we should kind of maybe go over it again, in the future, like, just kind of things you should bring, things you could be prepared for, but and tips. So
the packing tip episode is
and just general, going to Disney or Disney World, we're talking about, but Disney, it's a different trip than going on a different vacation.
Yeah.
So you have to be prepared in different ways than you would be, say, if you were going to, a beach somewhere.
Right. Or Niagara Falls or, the Rockies or something like that. It's not the same.
Totally different.
Or whatever you do in Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
Ski.
In this bubble up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cold bubble. The frozen wasteland.
It's going to warm up soon. Yeah, I bet
it is.
Yeah, and you got Shady Maples close by, so
that's true.
If you can eat
that, Shady Maples is the place to be.
Is your challenge?
Yeah.
It is your one-stop shop for 10 extra pounds around the waist for sure.
I know none of these terms.
No, well, check out and Becki made a vlog when they ate at Shady Maples. It's very popular.
Yes. It's very popular.
All you could eat buffet in Pennsylvania. And Paging Mr. Morrow has done it because he's from Pennsylvania. It's enormous. The amount of
food. Is this just on the Philly side?
No, it's like Lancaster area.
It's near Reading, Pennsylvania, which is west of Allentown. So west of the
family in
Allentown
Pittsburgh,
area,
so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's way on the other side.
Right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I haven't heard of it, because they
Shady Maples.
Yeah.
I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight. We'll be back next Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern for another Disney Night Live and another some sort of topic. We'll figure it out during the week. But please enjoy our outro. I'd like to thank Morgan from Dream Finding Through the Parks. Is it Dream Finding
Park Chip?
Just Dream Finding Parks. Take out through the
I'm trying to figure out how to shorten it on my Facebook page. It says Dream Finding Through the Parks on my Facebook page.
Okay, so I wasn't wrong.
Figure out how to stop it. How to make just say Dream Finding Parks. But yeah.
Oh, on Facebook?
On Facebook, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll talk.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, and check out the Disney Duo here on Disney Night Live in the future. Yeah. And everybody have a great night. Here's our outro. Enjoy and have a great rest of your weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.